A cup of coffee never tastes the same after the brushed steel of a '96 Honda Civic rolls across your table. Luckily, I just finished my coffee. The last drop fell in my mouth at nearly the exact same second. The screeching tires dug into the street like a knife cutting hard into a very thin steak on a porcelain plate. It all happened so fast, not fast enough, honestly. I saw everything. My cup gently settled on the saucer. A beautiful gold rim, floral pattern little plate suddenly turned into a detonator. The regular clink of the cup on the plate turned into a smashing of wood, glass, metal, and bones. Screams blur into the thunderous cracking of booths. Years of dust flew into the air while the springs ripped through the stripped green pastel and white cushions. Those poor people sitting across my table. A young couple, maybe early into their relationship. I only hope so. They acted like they just met, and honestly, if you find that in the world that lasts past a few weeks, keep it close to you. One day, you might find yourself feeding eggs to each other, like kids at a sleepover, giggling then looking at each other, so in love, even the bitter man across your table finds a butterfly floating around in his caffeine-filled stomach. That day, a car might flip onto both of you. My table for one saved me, but watching those two fade away killed me. Luckily, though, my cup of coffee kept this dead man living. The flavor settled in my mouth long enough to distract me. I pulled tables off people around me. In shock, watching arms broken in ways only middle school history books cartoonishly depicts, I pushed through everything, focusing on the strong Colombian flavors. Everything in my head turned into a coffee commercial. I tried pulling the car off the two people I found hope in this world through. People so beautiful, they reinstalled love into my heart like an app on a phone that put it in the cloud. That car pressed firmly against the back wall of the restaurant. Normally, I only go to diners at night, but today felt different. Today turned out different. I woke up early, worked out, meditated, started on a new leaf, ready to take on the day like a koala. Not once, the thought of pulling on a bumper, tugging on tires, or using a chair to try and gain leverage on a 2,000-pound car like a crazed Kodiak might take place during my new routine. Months I laid in bed, sad over the fleeting loss of love, and the one day I chose life. Life chose to show me love. Paying attention to the death that took place across my table gives too much credit to death. Cells die constantly. Death happens constantly. Death in a large scale just makes death look large. But love always looks like a miracle. My table, for one, might turn into a booth, and that booth looked like a lot more happier place, even under all the rubble, the brushed steel, and the shattered coffee cups. It felt nicer near that booth than at my table, for one.